Okay. Now, can everyone see Netris?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So you log in. And now we are here in this wonderful tool called Netris. And we're going to continue to get into this until everybody feels 100% comfortable with navigating through this tool. But for today's training, we're going to stay on topic as we are working through our CMA. So, okay, case in point, you are meeting with someone who could be a potential seller, right? You just want to talk to them. They haven't expressed selling their house or anything like that, right? They just, you just want to provide value. You want to have a conversation with them. So you're about to go meet with them, for coffee. They said they have about 15, 20 minutes, for you to share what you know about the market as it relates to their property. So the first place that I want you to go before we log into the matrix is I want you to go to RPR. All right, so I'm clicking on RPR. And this is the North Texas Real Estate Information System, Inc. But this right here, I absolutely love this tool. Can someone, if somebody, can you volunteer your address so that we can use you for the sake of this activity? Anybody want to give me an address?
Yes, you can use mine.
Okay.
Sure, you know.
All right, thank you.
And what is this link?
All right, so
I'm inside the Netris, and what do I click on?
all right, so we're in Netris, and then you see scroll down where it says additional Netris products and partners.
Yes, so that's the app that I had put in the group. I didn't know it was on Netris.
So this one right here, RPR. Okay, so click on RPR, and I think I have it open. I did. Okay, here we go. And it's Realtors Property Resource. That's what RPR stands for. Realtors Property Resource. So when you see RPR, right, Realtor Property Resource. All right, so let me use Asha's house, 1601. Okay, Weatherstone Drive. All right, and DeSoto. Okay, check this out. Here's the house. Okay, now, if you needed to go meet with somebody real quick, that RVM, this is what the house would sell for with no updates or anything like that. So if you needed to get a quick value, this RVM is on the money. Now, it would go down if you went into the house and it wasn't, maintained, if it needed a lot of work, if it was really damaged. So this right here is the range. The 396, you could get that, and probably even more so, depending on what has been done to the property. Has it been updated? Does it have granite countertops? And then now it's not even so much having granite tops, but has it been modernized? Because within the last, 24 months, we've gone from what used to be real popular with granite to now everybody wants white countertops and white cabinets and all this other kind of stuff. So all of that plays a part. But if you look here, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry for interrupting. How did I clicked on the RPR and it's wanting me to log in?
Okay, yes. So if you use your same MLS login, it should work.
Okay. You can keep going. I'll get in.
Okay, has everyone, are you guys in position to try to log on?
Yes, I'm logged in.
Okay, Samia, honey, have you tried to log on? Or are you not in position? I know she was at work, so she could be en route to
Mhm.
getting to where she can.
Yes, actually asking for email, or do you have to create it? It says create a new account at the bottom, but
Okay, well, do create an account and use the email that you use for your MLS.
okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so this is great. I mean, this is great because I want you guys, if you have not already created your account, you definitely want to do so now. Because this tool right here, it will give you all kind of life. Okay. So while you guys are doing that, I am going to just click on some other things here. So last sold price, 363, um 340,000. Estimate the price of this property. Now you can create a CMA from here. Now doing it from here, this is an awesome tool. Okay, awesome tool. But we're not going to get into this tool. We're not going to go into it in depth today. I wanted you to know it was here. So if you needed to get some information quickly, you know how to get to it. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Anitra, you have a question?
No. Keep going. I'm setting up my account. I'm listening. and
Okay,
following.
good. Okay. Erica, how about you? Are you doing okay?
I am driving, Nicole, so I can't do any of that right now.
Okay, no worries. Samia, what about you, sweetie? She's probably driving also. And then there's another iPhone. I think that's Asha. And Lisa, you're doing okay?
I have the app. This is Samia. I have the app, so I've been playing with it a little bit. I've never logged in from the MLS, but I have played with the app a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. And you definitely want to log in through the MLS because what it's going to help you do is going to tie all of your tools together to your same user ID and everything like that. So while you guys are setting up your accounts, you see down here where you can do CMA value, refine value, and you can do a seller's net sheet. Now, these seller's net sheets are awesome. Sometimes we do all these reports and we do all this stuff, and at the end of it, y'all know what they really want? Out of everything that we didn't spend hours to create, they want that seller's net sheet, right? And so and that's going to be a training. It's just not today's training. So if we look here, we can see the property facts. So we see that it's a single family, it's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2 full baths. We have the square footage. That's important, right? So I'm gonna write that down. 2848 square footage. Now, when doing your CMAs, you can go 200 square feet behind and 200 square feet in front of, but you want to try to get as close to possible, the square footage. So in this case, I'm going to do 2,700 when I get ready to do the search to 3,000 square feet. So I'm gonna do 27 to 3,000 square feet. Now, if nothing comes up, then you have to go to 26, and then you wanna go to about 3,000 square feet. But anyway, this is all the information here about the property. You go all the way down and look, it gives you the legal description. So when you guys are getting ready to write your contracts, and stuff like that. Or, you know, if you're doing it on someone else's listing, you could come to this tool, type in the address, and you have all the information you need. You know, and we'll do that too. We're just not going to do it today. But when we do a listing and we're putting in the information, the MLS requires that you put the school districts in there. So then you could click over here to neighborhoods. It'll tell you about the neighborhood. And you see here, look how the property value has just gone up. And you see right here, so it kind of hit that bell curve, and then now it's kind of balancing out. But it'll never go back to where it was post-COVID. It'll never go back there. So if you guys look at this right here, this is exactly what I was trying to show you, and just how you can get market, you know, just get and understand the market for yourselves. So if you look at this property, right? So, I mean, it's been increasing in value, kind of going up, you know, going down. And that's what real estate does. It kind of goes up. That's why it's one of the best investments to have. You know, it goes up, but it's showing you how it's going up slowly. You know, it's still increasing, but boom, look at COVID and look what happened. Do you see that spike between July 2021 and October 2022? Do you see that increase? I mean, and we're never going to go, we're never going to get back down to here where it was. Now, it's not continuing, it's not going up as much. It's kind of leveling up, but we're in such a strong market that is going to level up a little bit. We might see a little bit more fluctuation, but it'll never be back down here. Never. And, you know, it's just people, you know, it just, you know, when they say, oh, I'm just going to wait for the market to change, you tell them, please don't wait, because what's going to happen is it's going to level off here, but then it's going to continue to grow. It will continue to grow. And that's one of the advantages of owning real estate. So when you're talking to someone and they're saying, well, I just want the, you know, the market to change, you know, I'm waiting for interest rates to come back down. Well, all the financial analysts say that it's going to be 5 to 7 years before interest rates go back down to anywhere for, you know, 3 or 4%. Okay, so you need to let them know in that 4 or 5 year time frame. In that 4 or 5 year time frame, what's happening is they are paying 100% interest on a property that they do not own, versus them paying 7% interest on a property that belongs to them. So that's one of the best ways, you know, to shut a client down when they say, oh, the market is volatile and I just want to wait. What you need to tell them is, you know, it's better for you to buy now, and then when the interest rates come back down in 5 to 7 years and you still want to keep your property, you could refinance or you can buy your interest rate down. But what you don't want to do is remain a renter unless they just have to. Now, these are people who have the resources, you know, have the credit, they're in position to purchase, but they're waiting for the market to go back to the way it was at 2 and 3% interest. You tell them it's better to pay 7% interest on your own investment than it is for you to pay 100% interest on an investment that does not belong to you. So again, I just wanted to quickly share this tool. We will come back and visit this tool in another training. So now what we're going to do is we're going back to our Netris, right? And we're going to click on the matrix. And so what we're doing now is we're creating a CMA. Now there are a few CMAs that we can do. So let's do, I want to do residential. And is anyone having any conversations with anyone or anyone that that I can do a CMA? Asha, thank you for letting us use your address for, to do that last one. Does anyone else you would like for me to do a CMA on someone that you're working with, or maybe on a property address that you know of? Anyone? No volunteers, no properties, nobody?
Nicole, this is Ishandra.
Hey,
You
Chandra.
can, hey, you can do mine at 601 Winterwood.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do 601 Winterwood. And so Ishandra lives in Kennendale, so you need to know that. And this is the information you need to know prior to doing a CMA. The city. Ishandra, what's your zip code? Even though I know it. 76060. What's
Yes.
what's your square footage?
I'm gonna say 3,500 square feet.
Okay, so what's the rule that I just told everyone? So in doing this search, what numbers?
200.
Go ahead, Anitra. Go ahead,
It was
Anitra. You were right. Keep going.
200
All right, 200. What?
before 200
Okay.
extended. Mhm.
Right, absolutely. So with the Chandras, I'm gonna go to 3,200 square feet, and I'm gonna take it to 3,800 or 3,700. Okay, Chandra, how many bedrooms do you have?
5,
How many full bathrooms do you have?
3 fulls and 1 half.
Okay, is there anything else about your house that would make it stand out? Do you have any bonus rooms, anything like that?
Yes, I have a bonus room
Okay,
where
would you?
that I use it for an office space,
Okay. So
and I have a
basically,
game room.
okay, so basically your house could be either a 5 or a 6 bedroom, depending on how you wanted to use it.
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason why I say no is because the bonus room doesn't have a closet or anything. It's truly just a room.
Okay,
But
perfect. So we can't. So we'll say office.
okay.
All right, because, and thank you, Ishandra, that's a good point. When doing your CMAs, if there is a bonus room and it has a closet, that you can use that as a additional bedroom. If it does not have a closet, you can use it as, you could put an office or you can put a bonus room in there. Okay, so I have enough information for us to begin our CMA. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna put it in here to make sure that what I come up with in Netris is make sure I'm in the right range. So I'm gonna type in her address. And remember, I am on the Realtor Property Resource page. Ishandra's Winterwood, 1 or 2 words.
1.
It's driving it.
Yes.
Okay, so look at this. Look, it has pictures. Y'all look at this. So we've got pictures. I mean, think about it. So when you're working with a buyer, if you're working with a seller, you want to come, even though the same information is going to be in the MLS, this just gives you a quick snapshot. And so here we see the RVM is 505. Now, if if this property were to be listed at 505, it'd be gone now. However, remember what I said, it does depend on if the house has been upgraded and modernized. And we can look here at these pictures to see that it has. So this price is taken into consideration. I see the floors. Looks like it has a nice yard, has white cabinets, granite countertops. Oh, modern lights. We see the modern floor. I could see baseboards. And when you guys are looking at your pictures, then when you're talking to your buyers, you know, about putting an offer on, you will be like, okay, well, this house has been updated. So it's priced right because it's within the range, right? Now, if this house didn't have, go ahead, Ishandra.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, was someone about to say something? Oh, was anyone saying anything? Okay, maybe not. All right. So when you look here, the RVM, if you are trying to sell a house fast and get it done, you want to be close to this as possible. However, if the house has been updated, where we see modern light fixtures, new paint, new floors, then the seller wants to get that investment out. And this is still good because it's still not priced at the highest point that it could be priced at. So we know here that it's listed for 539. So now we're going to go back to the MLS and let's start our search. So this is how you do a CMA. We've kind of done the prep work. So now we go to search to residential. Now remember, what our research says is that we need 3 properties, preferably pending and closed. Now we're going to take out active kick out because that means it's been kicked out. It's not relevant. We can look at contingent. Contingent means it's under contract, and then we could look at active. But what really gives us our price point that we're trying to get to is pending and closed. All right, so now I'm gonna put in the zip code for Kennedale. Kennedale zip code is 76060, or you can go here to where it says city and you can type in the city. Now, this is another huge, huge piece when doing your CMA. You see down here where it says seller type, you want to make sure that for all intensive purposes, you do not include builder products, because builder products, if you provide a CMA to your clients and they have new builds, they're going to think that they should get the price of the new builds. What I only pull in a new build if I cannot find anything else. So for the sake of this CMA, we're going to do the standard individual, meaning it's being sold standard. It's not a foreclosure. It's not up for auction. Anything like this is being sold standard by a seller. Okay, and then now you want to, yes.
What was the zip code again?
76060, and this is the zip code for Kennedale for Ishandra's property.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'd like to go to, now, if this house had some, like if it had a balcony or a basketball court or dock and all this other kind of stuff, you could put it there. Like I asked her, are there some specific things about your house? Like if she had added an outdoor kitchen or playground or something like that, you could add it here to pick up other properties that have those same exterior features. But for the sake of this example, I'm going to keep it simple. So I'm not putting in price, right? Because I'm not searching for a buyer. I'm trying to figure out what Ishandra's market is looking like and what properties and her square footage and her like size house, what they're selling for. So I'm gonna go to bedrooms, and she has a 5-bedroom. And the reason why I'm gonna put plus, when you add the plus, it can pick up 6. And because I just want to see what else is going on. So 5 plus, we know that she has 3 full baths, total baths 4. We remember our square footage, our range. I'm not gonna do the 3,200 in this because her square footage is about 3,500. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna be as close to possible. I wanna be as close as possible. So I'm gonna do 3,400 square feet and I will go to 3,700 square feet. Now, can you guys see down here where it's saying 0 matches? Can you see that? Can everybody see at the bottom left where it says
Yes.
matches? Okay, so if when you're doing this, you don't see any matches coming up, that means, okay, this market, this area looks like it's a little tricky. So I have pending, okay, I got my 90 days. So that's 3 months. So I'm gonna leave that. Go back to bathrooms. I'm gonna leave that. Maybe let's take off the 5 plus. Let's see if that changes it. Nope, it's still not changing it. So what can I do? So now I've got to play around with the square footage. So now I'm gonna have to do that range. So let's go to 3,200 square feet to the 30, I'm gonna do 3,800 square feet. And still we have 0 results. Okay, so what do we do? Like, what is going on in Ishandra's neighborhood? So let me go back and make sure I've got everything in the right space. So I got total bedrooms 5. I got the zip code correct. So I'm gonna take the zip code out and then I'm gonna put in the city.
This is interesting because I actually know that there are some properties that have sold recently. So I'm wondering what
Right,
it is.
right. So I'm gonna show you. So we got 5 bedrooms and I'm gonna put my plus back here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 4 plus bedrooms. And you see how down at the bottom, how we see 2? So what that means is that recently have sold, Ishandra has the larger of the houses that have recently sold. Now, how are we going to get the value? Well, we're gonna do that together. So I changed it. So I changed and I wasn't specific on the 5, but I did 4 plus. Now 2 came up. Now, here it is. So you see we have 0 to 90. That's our 3-month period. But we really want to see what has closed over there. So now we're going to go to 120. So we're going to add a month on there. We're going to add additional 30 days. So this is 0 to 90 days. This is the range. So I'm gonna change it and see. So instead of 90 days, let's see what's sold in 120. Still only 2. So what happens if I remove the square footage? Now there's 5. So for the sake of this specific area, I want to look at these properties, because now I've got 4 months, right? At 4 plus, I need to see what's going on. So now I'm going to click on results. And here we go. Ishandra, your community is Brookstone Estates, correct?
Correct.
Yes, because I see it here. All right, so we see that there was a property. Let's look at these. Okay, and then we see this is good. This is another good sign. Well, let me see. Let me see what this one looks like. Because there's a huge disparity. This one right here is 675,000. It just went under contract. The question I would want to know is how far apart are these properties? And what is the date difference? Because you would think that these are so close in square footage that 601 Winterwood should be priced more, but we looked at the range. So let's go a little bit deeper.
Is it gonna be, do they have to be in the same subdivision?
Well, that's where we start. Yes, we definitely want to start in the same subdivision. And the great thing here is that we do see one, right? And it's sold for 600,000, but it is, let's say 5, 6, 7, it's 800 square feet larger, okay, than 601 Winterwood. So let's just dive in real quick to see what is going on in this market. Now, keep in mind, I said we're in a fluctuating market, and we went back further than I would have liked because our market is balancing itself out. So, Lisa, to your point, the first property we want to look at is the one that's in her neighborhood. So let's look and see. Let's look at that one. So it closed, we know that. So we want that. A list price, $599. And down here is where it tells you. So this property closed in December 30th, 2022. Oh no, wait a minute. The contract date was there, but it just closed in March. Can y'all see this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a long close date.
Yeah.
So let's see, something is really going on here.
Right there, right there, right there.
You see it?
Days on market.
Yeah, 155. So what they kept doing is they probably just kept relisting it and relisting it.
Wow.
And this is what you guys will, so when you're doing your CMA and you run into a situation like this, like, okay, what is really going on here? So the close per square foot is 141.91. If somebody can do this with me, can somebody multiply that times 3,500 and tell me what you come up with? So 141 4.91 times 3,500 square feet.
496.
Okay, 496. Okay, right. So where where Ishandra's property is priced, it is, because what was her list price? Let's go back.
Let's see, 505. The RVM.
Yeah, the RVM said 505.
Mm-hmm.
But the list price is 539,999.
Right, 539. So this could be a possible indication, Ishandra, that if it could show that the property is priced on the higher side for the current market, because people were paying more for houses even back in December than they're doing now. So at 141.89, I would watch it. But you have a lot of updates in your home and everything like that. And remember, like I said, you definitely want to you want to consider that. See, this house right here is more that traditional feel. You see, it's still got the wood floors and everything like that, which is still nice, but it doesn't look as modern. So, but keep that in mind, because the price per square foot is what we go on. So we have that one. So let's go back to our properties. And then I want to go, let's look at the map. So we found one, right? We found this one. And that one closed in December, and then Falconwood Estate. So let's put all this stuff on a map so we can see where these properties are in proximity to each other. All right, so this is Ishandra's. This is the property in question. So the one for 600 that's sold, and this one that's sold at 745 would be our comps. And then this one at 675. So Ishandra, when you did your comps, are these the properties that you pulled up, or did you find additional ones?
I know that I found one additional one. I can't say, I have to look to see about the other ones. I didn't see any 700 anything though. So I didn't pull that one.
Okay, and so remember when I said, because there's so many different subdivisions between here and there, but these two. So, and pricing her home, when you have a situation like this is where you want to go back to your RPR to help you stay within your range, because there are not that many properties in her neighborhood that's coming up. So golly, what do? So what I'm gonna tell you what you do. What you do is you come back and we measured it. I will go with the square footage, the number, the price per square foot. I would go with the price per square foot, and then I would calculate to see how close, we're off. Well, our calculations, Ishandra's a little high, she's a little high based on what has sold, but she has she has updates and different things like that. So let's keep going. So let's go ahead, just with the sake of this, for the sake of completing our CMA. So now I'm going to click on hers. I'm going to click on the one that was in her subdivision. And really, if I'm completing this, those are the ones that I'm using. I'm not adding the other ones because I'm not really sure what's going on, how old, how new they are. So what you always want to do is you want to start within the subdivision. And so since we have another sold property within the subdivision, we can use that. Now, the rule is you want to have 3. You got to have 3. Appraisal, he's going to look for 3. So what's going to help Ishandra is the fact that, and the square footages are off here, but this one that's active option for 675, let's take a look at that one. This property right here, that's under contract now, 5 bedrooms. Let's see. It's built in 2011. Ishandra, when was your home built?
2006.
Okay, so it's not far off. And it's not that far from where the communities aren't that far. Now, let's look at the days on the market. This house has been on the market for 11 days. Ishandra, how many days has your house been on the market? Do you know right offhand?
No, but I would say about between 8 and 11 days.
Okay. All right. So let's look and see, because this is a huge price difference. So why did this house go under contract for $175 per square feet? It could be the neighborhood, because again, it is 2 different neighborhoods. This is Pennsylvania. Tax rolls, let's see. So let's look. Has a pool, all right. So that will give you 5,000 extra. So it has a pool. It looks like they've built another gazebo there. So it has hardwood floors, stone. See, to me, this house is very similar to Ishandra's house. Now, here's what we don't know. We don't know exactly what price they accepted. So all we know is what it was listed for. We see that it's under contract, but we don't know what they offered. So we're going to have to use this as a comparable. So we got that one. Kennedale. And we need 3. So what's the square footage on this one? Even though I don't think this is comparable, but it's close in square footage. So we're gonna have to use that. And then now we're gonna go to, I'm gonna show you guys really quickly. And then we're almost finished. We have about 5 more minutes and then we'll be done. So then you go here, you can do a quick CMA. And then what this does is it gives you the price per square feet for each property. And when you're running into a situation like we're running into with Ishandra's property, her area, and the different fluctuations, a rule of thumb that I always do is I do an average price per square foot. So I would add all the properties up, the price per square foot, by how many properties, by 4 listings, and then I would come up with the price. And they've done it for us here. So here we see the minimum, we see the max, and then we have the average. And so if we keep going, quick statistics. So this is a quick CMA. So if you're meeting with someone and you're looking at what's going on in the market, you see this right here is probably not one of the situations you really want to find yourself in, because there are huge disparity gaps and we really don't know exactly which way it's going until that other property cells. But for the sake of this, you have your quick CMA here, and the tool that I would most certainly use, Ishandra, and I know you use this, would be the RVM, and then coming up with a range. You know, and I think she has it priced right because she's not at the top, but then she's not at the lower one. So you have a quick CMA that you can provide to your clients. And then if we go back here, this will be the last thing, and this will be the CMA that you would email out to them. And I'm just going to pick a name because I'm not gonna email it. Then you do your cover. Variables. The map. Mhm. And what I'm doing now is actually doing the comparables. I'm pulling out the subject property so that it automatically fills in. Right, then I have my cover. And then I have the comparables. And then what you always want to do here is you want to remove the comparable. So we're going to remove the selected comparable. And then all the other ones we're going to leave there because we have 3. We're going to look at our map again and see here. So the subject property. Where is the subject property? Oh yeah. Here's the subject property right here. And then here are our comparables. Now, number 2 might be a little bit further out, but it says we needed 3. These are the 3 that we found. Okay, then we come and make adjustments here. And then here is where you would go and make your adjustments. So this one for 675 is a 5-bedroom. So what we would do is make the adjustment and put in a 4. And then this last one, we're going to make the adjustment and we're going to put in a 4. The bathrooms are all equal. They're all 2 levels. Now, Ishandra, how many living spaces do you have?
I have 1 living area and 2 dinings.
Oh, okay. So we need to make the adjustment here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go to pricing. And then and the wonderful thing about this is once you make the adjustments, it gives you the price. Now, based on this computing and the comps that we have to use in Kennedale, right here, it gave us a suggested sales price of $502,649, which Ishandra could lend, you know, if it continues to stay on the market, it could suggest that right now you are slightly overpriced. Okay, so this right here, it gives you what based on the computations that we've made, it says, okay, this is what your seller should sell their house for. Now you know they've made the updates or whatever. So this is where your professional expertise comes in. You could add that 30, so here it would be like 36,000. So we added 36,000 to, or 36 or 730, they're not. Yeah, so we added that 37,000 here. I'm just gonna put 33. 39,000. Now, I mean, it's not 3, I'm sorry, Chandra, 539, but understanding that based on what the comps say in the adjustments, we are slightly overpriced. So after the house stays on the market 30 days, then at some point we have to start decreasing the sales price. But for the sake of how to complete a CMA, this is how you have it, and then we'll come with the finished product, and then we'll view our CMA.
Can you do that in the?
And take into consideration, so the prices were higher because some of those houses have 4 living areas and multiple dining areas. So Ishandra has bonus rooms. So see, this is what your CMA would look like. This is what goes out to your client. Obviously, it would have your information. It would talk about the other properties in the area. It shows the averages of the square footage. So it says, Ishandra, we should be at I think yours is listed at 152.46 per square footage. And I mean, the average is 576, so I think that she'll get it. And then here again are the comparables.
Okay, what did I do? Okay, I got a question for you.
Yes,
The adjustment is making the property match hers, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So whenever I would go in and I would do a CMA, I would always look at the differences in the homes, but I couldn't figure out how to do the pricing. So
Yeah.
this helps a lot because it calculates it for you.
yes,
It's not you trying to give a price.
no,
It's
Exactly.
not you putting value on it, but the CMA is telling you this is what the market is doing. So people can't say, well, you just trying to give my house away.
yes,
It's not
exactly.
Okay.
Right,
Love
it's
this
like the
tool.
comp. Yes, yes. And so here it gives another side-by-side view of the list price across the board, the dates, and what more days on the market. Now it goes to show you, because this one right here, that one that is now under active option, I mean, it shows you, and you get to help say, okay, we need to look at price because houses in this community don't stay on the market that long. But then we had this one over here, 1304 Mountain View. It stayed on the market 29 days. So you want to review that. And then we made the adjustment for the square footage, the bedrooms. They're all 2 stories. And we come down. Okay, so this one is on this one right here, when it says Greenbelt, this house right here is in a golf course community. So that could be another reason why it's high. There's a golf course here. You see right here? Can you guys see that? That Greenbelt, typically that suggests like it's in a golf course facility somewhere. Like, and Nishandra, this might be close to Tierra Verde, but that's Arlington. That's not Kennedale. Or is it?
No, it is, no, Tierra Verde, I'm not sure if it's Arlington or Kennedale, but it's right on the cusp. And that neighborhood is close to Tierra. You're correct. That's where it's close to.
Yes, so this one right here, it has the golf course increasing its value. Anytime you see Greenbelt, that's what that means. That's golf course. So that could be why that price is inflated, because they're taking advantage of it being attached to or very close to Tierra Verde. And I just know the neighborhood. So that's our training. It is 7:30 and I did finish on time. So that is how you do a comparable market analysis. I have the PowerPoint and I am working on creating an intranet. So these videos that we do, you guys can go back and watch them. You can replay them. You have access to the PowerPoints. I'm working with my IT people, independent people, contractors to help me get everything in a location. So this information is continuously made available for you all. So I'm going to stop my screen share and I am going to stop recording.